I'd like to call this meeting to order for September 2nd at the OSU Extension Building for the Osage County Commission. Anthony, would you lead us in prayer, please? Steve, would you lead us in prayer?
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for the weather. Being out direct us, Lord. Your glory. This name. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4, is there any new business?
I do have new business. Wasn't able to get put on the agenda, but we have an indigent fuel request for a female item. Area, and she is.
I'd make a motion to approve the charity account.
I'll say.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson? Yes. Commissioner Talbot? Yes. All right, yes. Is there any other new business? No other new business? Do I have a motion to approve and sign the minutes for August 25th, 2025?
Motion approved.
Motion's made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson? Yes. Commissioner Talbot? Yes. All right, yes. The motion to approve blanket purchase order.
I'll say.
Motion's made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson?
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot? Yes. Cartwright, yes. Item number 7, audit and allow purchase orders for payment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion's made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson? Yes. Commissioner Talbot? Yes. Cartwright, yes. Item number 8, is there any utility permit? Item number 9, board discussion and possible action to award and sign contract to Advanced Work Zone Services for bid number 2605 for striping on North 52nd West Avenue from 133rd Street North to West 43rd Street North for District 2 in the amount of $45,000. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion's made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson? Yes. Commissioner Talbot? Cartwright, yes. Board discussion and possible action to approve and sign payment for Osage County Rural Water District number 20 for the Penny Dosage Service LLC, pay application number 3 in the amount of $177,926.31 to be paid for with 18622 Community Development Block Grant 22 and 18623 Community Development Block Grant number 21 from grant funds. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll say.
Motion's made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson?
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot? Item number 11, board discussion and possible action to approve and sign contract with Central Florida CAD System for 911. Okay,
This, serves as the agreement with Central Square, since we got the grant approved, we can go ahead and get this signed, we just can't spend any money until we get the other contract to go on with the state and local agreement. Once we get that action, we can start spending money and November money. There's two documents, one is start, master service agreement. And then the other one is, for us to give them statute permission to access our.
will any of the cost of this be coming out of county?
No.
It's all grant money.
Yeah, it will, I'll pay for that, I'll have to pay for all of it, and then 20% of it will come out of the 911.
Could you state your name?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson? Yes. Commissioner Talbot? Yes. Cartwright, yes. Item number 12, board discussion and possible action to approve county health insurance premium 2026. Okay, motion made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson?
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot? Yes. Cartwright, yes. Item number 13, board discussion and possible action to set and approve county dump days.
All right, talk to all the towns around, so we're gonna interfere with anybody. And, September 27th will be the best day. Not to interfere.
Do I have a motion to approve, dump days for September 27th? I'll second. Motion made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson? Yes. Commissioner Talbot? Yes. Cartwright, yes. Item number 14, acknowledged letter from OSU Extension for fiscal year 2025 and 2026, stating requisitioning officers are Rick Clovis and receiving agent Star, Trudy Holman, Sarah Thomas, Amber Richard, and Lexi Patrick. Do I have a motion to approve? Oh. Item number 15, board discussion possible action to approve and sign following reports for July 2025. Sheriff's Jail Count number 12-10-2-0400, 2005. Sheriff's Service Fee Account 12-26-2-0400, 2005. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll say.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson?
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot? Cartwright, yes. Item number 16, boards are acknowledged payment of $79,977.90 from ACO for storm damages to fairgrounds and the sheriff's office on June 19, 2025.
Charlie, how does that work? I think they work together, the fairgrounds and the sheriff's office.
They're probably separated when you paint. If I recall, they're
What's that?
separated. In the documents that doesn't apply, that's I believe
They're
it.
separate on these documents, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jack. Wow.
Don't
worry, we will work through that.
We're not gonna get to you right now.
You want, Kelly?
Just for like to fix up there.
It specifically says amount on the other thing.
Item number 17, board discussion possible action to sign state auditor and inspector form 240 for error correction on overstated funds of $2,332.57 to 12/26/200400, 2005 to Semino, and $29,132.65 to 13/15/6/8/008, 2999 sheriff's 1%.
I'm gonna motion to approve.
Motion is made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson.
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot. Yes. Cartwright. Yes. Item number 18, acknowledge notification to the board to transfer lapsed funds to fiscal year 25-26, fiscal year 24-25 cash funds in the amount of $546,000 or $130.87. Item number 19, board discussion possible action approval to sign state auditor and inspector form number 240 transfer of funds in the amount of $10,633.23 from District 2's ETR project, 1103-64200, 4202 to CDRI project fund 1103-66000, 2075. Got a motion to approve? Motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson.
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot. Cartwright, yes. Item number 20, board discussion and possible action to approve and sign resolution for declaration of surplus property and disposable equipment from District 2 declared surplus on June 9th, 2025, resolution number 28009, to be sold at auction but did not sell, not to be junk. 8 halogen light fixtures, 9 fluorescent light fixtures, wooden office desk with matching credenza, and another wooden office desk with matching.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call. Commissioner Hudson.
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot. Cartwright, yes.
What these items were, the halogen lights were in our shop. And, we replaced them with LED lights, and then the others, we replaced LED lights with those. We put them up for auction, nobody wanted them because they're old.
Item number 21, acknowledge letter of resignation from Gary McGee as street term warden. Item number 22, board discussion possible action to approve District 1 to purchase a Jerome Case stick backhoe 580 SN from Sourcewell contract number 032119 CNH for the amount of $134,199. I'll make a motion. Motion made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson. Yes. Commissioner Talbot. Yes. Cartwright, yes. Item number 23, board discussion possible action regarding budget for 25-26 for emergency management.
Charlie, our budget, there were two changes in it. One of them was the raise for the girls in the office. And the other one was, a $25,000 capital outlay, for our hazard mitigation plan. But it looks like we got two different possibilities of getting that reimbursed back to us through some grants.
Jerry, I hate to let us manage any budget cuts, but looks like we're gonna be short about $300,000 this year. Yeah, we could take it out of the contingency fund, and suffer through maybe 2 years of that, but then we have no contingency. I would like to see the department heads go back, see what they can reduce out of their budget without hurting their staff. Instead of us dipping into that contingency fund, because who knows when we're going to have another bridge out or another barn stall formation. But we're basically, we can run 2 years by hitting that. But a contingency fund, in my training, in my mind, is set aside for those items that no way in the world we can see coming. We can see this coming. I really think the department heads need to go back, look strongly at their budget, see if there's anything there that is not reimbursed that can be cut from that budget, so we can help achieve leaving that contingency fund alone, because that's sacred. I think.
The only thing that I would like to say on that is his people went without raises for quite some time, and he asked for an amount last year. This year, he's only asking for half of what he gave last year for the girl. He didn't even ask for one for himself, but the 25,000 that he got more than likely is going to come back to,
All I'm asking Steve is that you go back and look gently at what he's done without us taking it out. That's all I'm asking for, and, a week or two, reappear from the commissioners. Can't, we understand it, if it's reimbursable, we don't want you to touch it, I don't.
Okay.
What do we do?
Yeah, I'm sure so.
Okay, just take a look at it instead of the three wise men taking a look at it. I'm more comfortable with you looking at it and knowing what's not going, what will impact you the least.
Okay.
We have a motion, table emergency management. Motion made and seconded, table for 1 week emergency. State your name, please.
Kay Kelly.
I'm only one, and I'm gonna give you the same speech.
I've already done that.
Okay. Are you prepared to move forward with what
Yes,
steps you've got that are not reimbursable?
yes. Without, when I did my budget, I didn't have all the contracts and stuff in for signing on new agencies that we did and stuff that we have to pay for like for programs that we have that I can't take out of 911 funds, but we have them in now. So, I can reduce my, M&O, 9,000. And then I can reduce, I can take my travel down to, I can take it down 1,000. Because they take most of my travel out of the 911 money account anyway, if I have any travel.
We can basically count on
$10,000.
reduction in your budget.
Yes.
To have a motion to approve E911 or any other discussion, I'm sorry. To have a motion to approve E911, reduction of $10,000. Motion to approve. Motion's made and seconded. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson. Yes. Commissioner Talbot. Cartwright, yes. OSU extension.
Rick Clovis with OSU Extension.
Rick, I'm gonna ask you the same question the other board members that may have other questions.
Right. So the main increase I'm asking for is like, just to give you the history. I mean, I've been here in Osage County 7 years part-time, but that's because, the state had decided to only pay for 1.5 educators per county, and we didn't have the budget in Osage County to keep more educators. So, and the increase I'm asking for would be for a FCS person, a family consumer science home ec is what traditionally they've been called, and trying to get the budget where we could start paying for someone to do that, because we really don't. We have one, Trinity Brown, who'd been here as a CED, but she only like 1 day a week or less. She has time because she's full time in Pawnee County. And so that's the main increase I'm asking for, is to try to grow that budget and trying, to improve the extension program within the county. And then the other addition will be in travel, just because I'm trying to I'm a part-time or half-time Osage, half Pawnee, but I'm trying to spend more time in Osage so I would have more travel. So I ask for a little more in travel for that reason. But if the money's not there, I'm a team player, and we're making it. It's just that, we haven't had a full, even a halftime SCS person for quite a while. We would like to grow that, and like to grow the 4-H program and make more time for doing those things. But that's the reason. But if the money's not there, I'm sure not asking for something that no one else is able to get as well.
What about we table this for 1 week, and like I told Jerry, you take a look at what's gonna hurt you the least.
Okay.
And let us take an action.
Sure. Yeah.
And report back to us in a week.
Okay.
What do you think you can do without?
Right.
As far as the increase?
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great.
Do I have a motion? Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and make a motion. I'll say.
Motion's made and seconded, table till next week. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson. Yes. Commissioner Talbot. Cartwright, yes.
I do have one thing I'd like to ask you. Can you explain to us what the changes are with the OSU extension that's coming? I got an email, I'm sure we all got an email from ACO, explaining that there's some changes with the 4-H and some of that.
Right.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. So what we've been told from Extension Finance, from campus on Stillwater, coming to them from the overall university finance program, is that they're going to change the way we handle our agency account in each county, which traditionally we've a checking account and we write checks not the PO, the county money, but that money, it's mainly money from our individual 4-H clubs. There's a lot of it that they fundraise, and we keep track of that in an agency account for them and make them receipts and refund volunteers. Their plan is to make us start putting that money into a deposit only checking account, and they will the university will sweep that money every day. In order for us to get reimbursed, we'll have to use either a P card or issue, there's an online system where we'll tell them this 4-H club member needs to be reimbursed for this amount, and they will send them a check to pay for that. And that's what we've been told is going to happen. It's in place.
We need to get a hold of our legislator.
Yeah, they told us, we've been told that our agency count is out of compliance with state law. And so I'm going to leave it at that because I'm speaking for the university right now. So, if you would like that checked out, I would be talking to legislators. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Item number 24, board discussion and possible action to approve and sign agreement for cooperative extension services. Already did that. No, we haven't. Cooperative extension services, OHQ extension for the period of July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
It should be tabled until his budget's approved, it's written in his new budget.
This is that. I'm gonna vote no table. One more. I don't know.
Motion's made and seconded to table item number 24. Roll call, Commissioner Hudson.
Yes.
Commissioner Talbot.
Yes.
Cartwright, yes. Item number 25, budget tourism review by Mary Beth Moore.
Good morning. I'm Mary Beth Moore with Osage County Tourism. I'm here to kind of go over our budget, which has been approved by my oversight committee. However, I've brought it to you for consideration. Last year, we went a bit over budget in regards to our event submission program. We opened that up again so that anybody that wanted to ask for up to $5,000 in assistance for their events, typically that $5,000 was offered for a new event, but we had just a surge of over 36 that came in asking for up to $5,000 to help with their advertising and so on. Mostly product is what we put back with that. So the budget proposal for today is, last year's was $436,049. We went over by about $69,000 in just those event submissions that we approved. However, this year we're coming back with $385,784, but we're asking to spend $368,640. So it's a reduction of $67,408 from last year. We've reduced this event submission from $30,000 down to $15,000, and I'm rewriting the guidelines for that to assure that there's no third-party marketing, and a lot of it was requesting a third party do the marketing for their specific event. We're not going to allow that any longer. And a lot of it, I'm going to give you an example. There were so many that came in, but nobody really followed the guidelines to come back and let the board know what we had provided and how it would benefit their event. So we want to assure that these events that we're putting that money out there to help promote are bringing overnight stays. So if we have a one-day event that lasts 3 hours and nobody's staying the night, that event obviously is more for the local people, which is great because we need that to support our local communities. But we also have to remember that this money is funded through a lodging tax, and we want to assure that that lodging tax is received by those attending that event. So everybody continue attending the events, but bring family from outside the county that has no choice but get an overnight stay. As far as salaries and expenses for contract salaries, memberships, and office supplies, none of those numbers have changed. I'm not asking for an increase in salary. We don't have any additional employees that we need to worry about. I'm cutting the travel down a little bit because travel last year was quite, it wasn't over budget, but we're looking at trade shows now more specific to our targeting that we're doing now on a quarterly basis as opposed to an annual basis. And what that means is for 3 months or every quarter of the year, we're targeting through SEO, search engine optimization, and click-through rates on our website to assure that we're targeting with Griffin Media, Green Country Marketing, and KCD Enterprises to assure that we're in the right areas throughout the United States to bring people to Osage County. And all that means is if you're attending National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, Nevada, then that's where we're targeting for those 3 months of the quarter or 3 months of the year to assure that if you're there and you Google rodeo, Osage County rodeos are going to pop up on your screen. We've had really good luck with that. We've started at $5,000 a year. This is something we did not spend last year that we're spending this year through Green Country Marketing. It's a co-op program that's saving us about $25,000 a year if we were to go out and buy this platform on our own. This platform called Zartico is a tourism-based platform that tracks and traces all the visitors that come into the state of Oklahoma, specifically Osage County through Green Country, and it's telling us what they're spending by credit card receipt and where they're going by telephone track and credit card receipt. So I've got that report for you that I'll send. In fact, I'll send, rather than throw this packet at you, I will send all of this to your email addresses after the meeting so you can look at these reports and how they read. So that's interesting to me because it's showing that our major targets for Osage County are Kansas City, Missouri, Chicago, Illinois, Iowa, believe it or not, Des Moines, Iowa. We've also got Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, St. Louis, Missouri. And so looking at that, we've kind of restructured where we're going to go travel-wise for tourism trade shows through the State Department of Tourism. They've added a new show in Louisville, Kentucky, and we do have hits through the Louisville, not Louisville so much as Nashville market. So we will look at attending the boat and travel show in Louisville, Kentucky this next year, as well as possibly the Santa Fe Indian Market. We haven't made that decision yet. It's not a program that's offered through the State Department, and I like to stick with those because they're offered at a way reduced rate, so it's more affordable. The one thing we did turn down this year, because it just kind of came in at the last minute, was the Albuquerque Balloon Festival. I don't see that we have a market there, so I don't believe it's really wise to put our money in that location. As far as those event submissions, we've reduced that down to 15,000, and the reason for that is one of the things we started this last year with event submission is offering prizes that have our logo somewhere on that prize, because those things go with that traveler to the next rodeo, to the next event, to the next wherever they're going. The one thing that we received lots and lots of thank yous for were we purchased the jackets for the Junior Rodeo Association with the Visit the Osage logo on the jacket. And those were given out at their annual banquet. And those kids just wore the bigger smiles than they wore jackets, actually. And so I don't mind redirecting and refocusing our spend on things of that nature. Roping bags, for instance, for the Buddy Hartness steer roping. Same thing with Ben Johnson. Our SEOs for Cavalcade this year. I was really excited for Jeff Butte to come and give a report at our last meeting that stated our SEO was just blew theirs out of the water. So we had the most hits on our website and on our Facebook media than ever before, just on posts that we did and boosted for the cavalcade. So basically what I'm getting at here is I'm giving you kind of a synopsis of everything we've done so far this year, what we're planning to do next year, and that we've cut that budget by about $70,000 to focus more on keeping it around $30,000 per month. Without spending more than that $30,000 per month, we shouldn't need to spend anything that's already in that account. but everything that's coming in on a monthly basis through the tourism lodging tax.
And so everybody's on the same page here and understand the logic that we're starting to employ as far as cutting this one and maybe not this one. This is all funded by dedicated tax,
Mhm.
correct?
Correct.
So
And that's what I've focused on, is really trying to get them to understand. There's one, as an example, there's one that, it's a small community within Osage County. They have a big event coming up and they requested $5,000. There's kind of a formula that we use. It's based on how many people attend that event, how old is the event, how often does it happen? Is it annual? Do you get more than 200 people? Do you get more than 10,000 people? If I were to compare, say, Ben Jonson Days or Cavalcade with, or if I were to compare National Indian Taco to the meat pie contest in Hominy, for instance, you know, the Hominy meat pie contest, it's the third annual, and they would benefit by advertising, and we provide that. So what I'm trying to get out there for them to understand more clearly is we're not likely to have overnight stays when we don't have any motels or a lot of Airbnbs in that specific area for a 2.5 or 3 hour event. The event starts, it's a great event. They go out to the lake. They brought the lake event into town. They're having a car show with that this year. But what I'm really trying to get everyone to understand is we've already budgeted about $8,000 to $10,000 per month specifically for advertising your events. And that's through targeting, digital campaigns, social media, and we're streaming this year. The streaming has been phenomenal in that we're creating our own commercials absolutely free of charge that stream and run for your specific event. So if you're watching Roku, if you're watching Food Network, if you're streaming and not watching the actual network airtime, but you go in later and stream, you are likely, if you're outside of Osage County, to see those commercials that are advertising the Hominy Meat Pie Contest or National Indian Taco.
what I want you to clarify is that your funding is coming from tax.
That's the only way we get money is the
And only way
lodging
you get
tax.
money, and this is a tax money that this board can do nothing about.
Right,
Correct.
correct.
One thing that I would like to say is I'd like to see us get back on a monthly schedule of becoming given a report, as well as the other departments as well. I'd like for them for the departments to come and give us a monthly rundown, whether it's, 5 seconds or 15 minutes, you know, but I'd like to be able to see that again, because we haven't seen tourism here, you know, in quite some
been a
time.
while.
None of the other departments are giving a regular, rundown on what's going on, so I would like to see that.
Absolutely. I need to be more accountable in that regard. And I think I told you before, I really kind of dropped the ball on that. You get real comfortable and complacent and yeah, I'll start doing that on a monthly basis. Come on.
Good morning. I'm Wayne Ray Mitchell, and I have been in support of this Osage County tourism. Just to give you a quick background, for about 15 years now. Back, and I will call it like it is, back before we entered into the picture, our budget was around $36,000 a year. That's when I started with this group. Today, we're looking at 225 to 250,000, somewhere in there, and that's how much the growth has been towards our tourism. We're trying to put our dollars where we get the most bang out of it. This last year, as Mary Beth said, this board turned loose. We want to go out there and we can do other things and do what we want to. We found out it exceeded our budget. So this year we toned down, came back in, removed what we could to stay within that 30,000 a month was our goal. So we're looking at it that way to stay and maintain. We do have a little excess, and COVID proved that to us. I want you to know where that money came from. We had a loss. We really didn't lose as much as we thought, but we did have a loss during that period. And we would like to sustain this position for at least 3 years. And that's the reason why that money is back there, that we can operate in the future to bring tourism back if we do have a lapse in there at some time again. So I just wanted to make those statements and let the commissioners and all of the citizens know that we're out here, if we could record that. And I am the vice president now. I'm not the president anymore, so they rotate. But we do have a good board. We work well together. We made these decisions on the budget, you know, and what Mary Beth, we assign her to do, this board takes care of it. So I wanted that. Thank you for your time.
Any other discussion from the board?
I have one more thing. I'm sorry, Charlie, Mr. Commissioner. I wanted to just reflect. We put a lot of time and effort into a new website that's helped us track and keep track and offer a calendar with all of the events. And so I'm just going to run down very quickly so you all are aware of what we do every day. And that is marketing and promoting events that are coming into Osage County. In addition to a Scheidler's Farmers Market, we have the Pioneer Woman Lodge tours. Coyote and the Ant is a ballet that will be at Constantine. The Neon Prairie out at Post Oak Lodge is a big event that's the 6th and 7th of September. You all know that the Osage County Free Fair is coming up. We like to, and we're actively advertising all of these currently through streaming, through digital, through social media, through radio and newsprint. Pioneer Days at Skytook, the the Fairfax Car Show on the 20th of September. I believe the Art Space, which is a new venue coming in Fairfax, will open their doors to a quilt show on that day. I haven't heard from anyone to confirm or verify that, but I was too late for your meeting a couple weeks ago on a Saturday. So Fall Traders Encampment at Woolarock, the Oklahoma High School and Junior Rodeo are bringing their events back to Osage County. They'll have 4 events this year and next year, which they have increased from the time before. National Indian Tacos, Bob Wills, Art of the Cowgirl, Fishing University. Very quickly, in March of this year, Fishing University, which is sponsored by CBS Outdoors, came into Skytook and featured Skytook Lake, stayed out at some cabins on the lake and filmed 4 days of fishing, went into the Skytook High School, talked to the high school students as well as middle school students about fishing and how if you're not an athlete and you're not actively playing baseball or football, you can be an athlete and throw that lure out into the water and fight with the fish. At least the fish fight back, right? So that was a phenomenal thing. It's currently running on YouTube and other CBS channels with CBS Outdoors. They're coming back in October to feature Blue Stem here in Pawhuska. So I'm excited about that because it's commercials that they're running for the places that they stay, for the lake and area and activities that you have going on at that time. Gathering at the Rock is coming back, the Indigenous Heritage Days and Meat Pie Contest, Women's Ranch Rodeo, World Finals, Western Swing. That was the first time event in November. They're coming back this November. And you may know or have already heard that they're having swing dances just leading up to that event. I don't have those dates, but we have a comedian and a ventriloquist coming to the theater. Tanner Brantley will bring his Battle of the Bulls back, and those are just the few that I've jotted down real quick before I came today, so you know that we've got a lot going on. Thank
Any
you.
other discussion from the board? Yeah, I have a motion to approve. Motion's made, second, roll call, Commissioner Hudson. Yes. Commissioner Calvert. Cartwright, yes. Item number 26, acknowledge contingency modifications for the annex project.
Volunteer to say anything good. What do you want me to say? You good? These are things that have already been approved. It's within the
the budget of the project. It's just moving money within contingency to take care of items, kind of like Charlie's definition of contingency earlier, things that we just couldn't possibly see before the job started, when it was designed, when it was budgeted. So it's taking care of things and changes that have happened. It's already been approved, and this is just a paper trail accounting for it. On the last one, number 7, it'll show you where the contingency's at after that number 7 change. What's left in contingency?
Item number 27, is there any citizens input?
I got 3 real fast questions. The first one's on number 12. Did, on the benefit premiums, did those go up in terms of the expense, or is that the basic renewal?
I believe it's $1.96. Based on the average on it, that's based on the highest premiums, is how they weighed it out from last year versus this year, $1.96.
She'll have a breakdown of it if you want to see her out.
I was just curious if we were getting hammered on the larger rates.
She'll have a complete breakdown of it, because this is what we're signing.
The second question was where Mary Beth was. A lot of that's paid by lodging tax, right?
Yeah, it's things like her.
Does the county give a list of who pays lodging taxes? In other words,
That would be a
I
very bad
suspect that
question.
there may be a number of cheaters that don't pay lodging taxes that should.
That would be a Mary Beth question. If you get with Mary Beth, she would probably be able to tell you exactly where I'm at.
Okay. And then the third question is close and dear to my heart, and is what Steve asked earlier about 4-H and about monies, about events. When you take something like the Ralston Fairfax 4-H meeting, and whether it's John Mashburn or people raising money, is what you said change that?
The booster clubs, no, I mean, it depends on what that school policy is, most of those booster clubs are. It depends on what the school requires, some of the schools require them to go through the school, and some are just totally independent. Yeah. But it doesn't, the booster club money doesn't go through the extension.
Any money that were given to you?
There's, I mean, the 4-H club, I mean, that's mainly livestock stuff you're talking about, yeah, that money doesn't, some of it does come through us, I guess, so I say that, I don't think Fair Woodland does, but if they have a fundraiser and to help the kids, it comes to we have an account for all the different 4-H clubs, and then they'll turn in the receipt, the leader will bring the receipt, and we'll write a check and reimburse them, and that's going to change. Coming down.
So that would be that.
Yeah, the 4-H clubs are gonna be the biggest effect, I would say.
Is there any other business? No new business? Go ahead. Oh, citizens input. Do we have any citizens input? No citizens input. Do I have a motion to adjourn? If you gotta do something. Okay, we have. Roll call, Commissioner. Commissioner Dow, yes.